Good morning, everybody. So this is Sheetal. Today we are going to discuss about wonderful world of science. So this is our topic. Okay. ये chapter 1 है class 6 का. Okay. So as human beings, we have always been curious about our surroundings. What? Okay, so today we are going to start our new topic, that is chapter 1, Wonderful World of Science. Okay, so as humans beings, we have always been curious, we have always been curious about our surroundings. We start exploring our surroundings and asking questions right from our childhood. जब हम छोटे बच्चे होते हैं हम तभी से ही क्वेश्चन पूछना शुरू कर देते हैं हमारे आसपास क्या हो रहा है, why it is happening. For example, why the color of the sky is blue, right? Why it is blue? Why do we drink water? What is the requirement of having a balanced diet? So there are so many questions that we always get when we start our childhood. So as we enter the middle age, we will continue this fascinating journey exploring and understanding the beautiful world we live in. And for that, we have a new subject, facts. Okay, so इस journey में इस middle school में like we have started class 6. So in your class 6, you are going to learn about why it is happening. You are going to explore your surroundings. आपके आसपास क्या हो रहा है? You are going to answer all your questions. Science is a way of thinking, observing, and doing things to understand the world we live in and to uncover the secrets of the universe. तो साइंस क्या है जिसपे आप सोचते हो, ऑब्जर्व करते हो, उसमें कुछ चीजें करते हो ताकि आपको समझ जाए कि जिस दुनिया में आप रह रहे हो वहां पे क्या हो रहा है. लाइक सो दैट यू गेट द आंसर, सो दैट you find so many questions and then you go and explore the answers. For this, the most important thing is to have curiosity. आपके अंदर curiosity होनी चाहिए, यानी कुछ जानने की कुछ इच्छा होनी चाहिए, right? For example, if you're not curious about anything, then why it is happening, or for example, why my body is behaving certain way, then you're not going to learn anything. Okay, so for that you need a curiosity, which is where the title of the book comes from. Whether it is studying tiny grains of sand or massive mountains, leaves, vast forests, there is always something new and exciting to discover. यानी आपके अंदर क्यूरियोसिटी यानी जानने की इच्छा होनी चाहिए. इसीलिए इस बुक का जो टाइटल है वो क्यूरियोसिटी है कि छोटे से टाइनी सैंड ऑफ ग्रेन में क्या है, माउंटेन्स में क्या है, ग्रास की लीव्स कैसी दिखती हैं, फॉरेस्ट वास्ट क्यों है. यानी तो बहुत सारे क्वेश्चन आने वाले हैं इन दिस बुक, in this class. Have you ever looked up at the night sky and wondered why the stars will shine, or watched the flower bloom and wondered how it is know how when to open? The most wonderful thing about science is that it is everywhere, right? आपने कभी सोचा है कि क्यों तारे चमकते हैं और जो फ्लावर ब्लूम होते हैं तो वो सर्टेन पीरियड ऑफ टाइम पर ही क्यों होता है, उसका एक टाइम पीरियड फिक्स क्यों है? ये सब चीजें हमारे आसपास है जिसके बारे में हम जानने वाले हैं. Then what is science? Science क्या है? Science is like a giant never-ending jigsaw puzzle. Never-ending यानी कि you will ask one question and the certain next question will arise, then third, then fourth. There are a lot of questions that are going to come. Okay, so it is never-ending. Every discovery we make adds another piece to the puzzle. जैसे से एक discovery करोगे, for example, if you find about flower, So you will find about seeds, so you will find about photosynthesis, then you will find about the gases related to photosynthesis, you will find about stomata, you will find about chloroplast, right? So there are never ending questions. You will get lot of questions, one by one as you will start your journey. There is no limit to what we can discover. If every new piece of knowledge leads to more questions and more things to find out. कोई limit नहीं है जानने की. Sometimes we find that piece of the puzzle has been put in the wrong place and needs to be moved. Okay? So, for example, whenever the scientists are discovering something, so they get to know that there is something wrong, right? And then they are able to find out the right answer or the right equation. New discoveries often change our understanding of the world. As we go through this book, you will encounter interesting ideas, you will come though provoking experiments and see how some of what we will find out is useful in our vastness of our outer space. From what is cooking in the kitchen to what is happening on the playground. Kitchen में जैसे cooking हो रही है, balanced diet है, nutrition, right? There are nutrition in the kitchen, and for example, learning about the spices, the role of it, to what is happening in the playground. For example, about soil, earthworms, excuse me for my handwriting, right? So there will be a lot of topics that you are going to encounter in this particular class. This is your journey of understanding lot of things. Before that, before your class 6, in class 5th, you were just understanding the basics of science. You were just understanding basic about your water cycle, your body parts, like that. Okay, now you are in a position where you're going to learn the details of the particular topic, right? Then some of the most groundbreaking discoveries have often come from unexpected places, but we start realizing that these ideas are all connected. We will start off by looking at our home planet Earth. It is the only planet we know that supports life. Why it supports life? Because it has gases, it has water, it has atmosphere, it has an environment that we must protect. There is an amazing variety of life on Earth, plants and animals that have managed to survive and thrive in different regions of this planet. ठीक है, तो हमारी अर्थ इज द ओनली प्लैनेट इन द होल यूनिवर्स, इन द होल सोलर सिस्टम, पूरे के पूरे सोलर सिस्टम में ये इट इज द ओनली प्लैनेट जो जहाँ पर ह्यूमंस रहते हैं, जहाँ लाइफ रहती है, नॉट ओनली ह्यूमंस बट प्लांट्स एंड एनिमल्स ऑल्सो, वेयर थिंग्स आर able to survive. There are microorganisms, there are insects, there are plants, there are animals, variety of plants, species of animals, and lot more, right? Because we are getting all the ecosystem, we are getting that environment to survive. You must have seen a seed grow into a plant. आपने देखा है that a seed grows into a plant, a caterpillar transforms it into a beautiful butterfly, and many more observations. How do these plants and animals grow? ये कैसे grow हो रहा है? Caterpillar की life cycle क्या है? वो कैसे butterfly बन गया? To grow, we need food to eat, especially in large and diverse country like India. Food is so fascinating, right? अगर आप इंडिया के अलग अलग पास में जाओगे, you will find the spices same but dishes are so different. Right? The method of cooking are different. Okay, we call it method of cooking. It is different. That is why the taste, the dishes are different. Across the country, we have different cuisines. So we have different cuisines with their many tasty dishes. What are they made up of? There are so many different things. The paper we write on, the metal key, plastic ruler, rubber eraser, magnet that keeps the box closed, the clothes we wear, the cup we drink milk in, so many other questions. Right? There are so many curiosity. There are so many questions we have in our mind. But अगर हम अपने आसपास देखेंगे, you are using pencil, then you must have आपके दिमाग में question ऐसे थे uh, why the tip of the pencil is black in color, why it is able to write in black color only, because it has graphite in it, right? Now what is graphite made up of? Graphite किससे बनता है? For example, we have rubber around us, we have magnet. Magnet का क्या क्या यूज है? हम कौन कौन से कपड़े कौन कौन से सीजन में पहनते हैं? समर में अलग पहनते हैं, विंटर्स में हम वुलन पहनते हैं. व्हाट इज द रीजन वाई हम ऐसे क्यों करते हैं? तो ये हमारे बेसिक्स हैं, राइट? Which we understand. And now in this class, we are going to learn the details, right, of everything. Then What are they made up of? Are they made up of different materials? How do we separate different materials from one another? Along with food, we need water to survive. खाने के साथ हमें पानी की जरूरत क्यों है? Now, what is the role of water in our body? क्या रोल है वाटर का? ठीक है, तो ये सारे के सारे क्वेश्चंस हम इस पे डिस्कस करने वाले हैं. चैप्टर 1 इज जस्ट द इंट्रोडक्शन ऑफ द होल बुक, राइट. इसमें कुछ भी लर्निंग जैसा नहीं है, जस्ट टू अंडरस्टैंड. इट्स जस्ट फॉर योर रीडिंग. Water is such a delightful substance. Have you ever jumped into the puddle when it rained? Do you ever wonder why and how it rains? Have you noticed that water freezes and becomes ice when we cool, and boils and becomes steam when we heat it? So, right now we are just discussing the changes of water, forms of water. It is going to change from liquid to gas to solid, right, like this. So water is going to change its form into three kinds, right? So this is one of the questions that we may encounter, you may develop in your mind. Do you enjoy drinking and cool water in summer, or showering with warm water in winter? How do we understand hot and cold? Whether it is water on our own body when we have fever, finding out how hot something is can be important. For example, how do we feel anything? हमारी बॉडी में इसके लिए है हमारे पास रिफ्लेक्स एक्शंस. तो हम इसके बारे में डिस्कस करने वाले हैं कि किसी भी चीज़ का फील हमें कैसे आता है. हाउ डू वी नो कि वो हॉट है, वो कोल्ड है, इट इज़ डेंजर, इट इज़ सेफ, वी कैन गो देयर, नो इट इज़ डेंजरस, वी शुड नॉट गो देयर, लाइक दैट. ओके, सो हाउ डू वी अंडरस्टैंड हाउ बॉडी नो? अब वो बॉडी नोज अबाउट इट ऑटोमेटिकली. But why limit our question to the earth alone? We can ask questions about the things beyond the sun, the moon, the millions of stars that shine in the sky. Whether you're learning about the structure of a leaf, discovering how things move, or separating the skin of a peanut seed. Okay? So, कुछ भी कर रहे होगे, you will encounter a lot of questions. Even though, 17th point, even though you may not have realized you have already been finding answers to many of the questions, the way you try to find out when why your pen stopped writing is an example of a scientific method. For example, how your pens work. Science is not about memorizing facts and figures or doing experiments. It is about following a step-by-step process that help us find answer to our question. Science का क्या है? Science का अपने में ही एक मतलब है curiosity. You need to find answers. You have lot of questions, now just we need answer for all these questions. So what are the steps that we can follow? How can we try to find answer to our question on our own? Things make us wonder and perhaps think of a question about it. Then we guess a possible answer to that question. We test this guess through experiments or more observation. We then try to analyze the result to see that it actually answer our question. So हम बहुत सारे observations करते हैं, right? हम बहुत सारी hypothesis को build करते हैं, like lot of statements, and then we experiment, and then after all these we find our result, right? So that's how we go. That's the step by step approach. That's how we encounter answers in a scientific background. Okay. 20th point, scientists are people who follow the scientific method to solve problems, discover new things. But anyone who follows the scientific method is working like a scientist. Okay, scientific methods को भी use करते हैं. Someone cooking food may be wondering why the dal has split out of the cooker. Was there too much water? Think of a bicycle repair person trying to find out why tire is flat, from where did the air leak out. Electrician trying to find out why a light bulb is not working. Is there some problem with the bulb or switch? When we try to ask questions and find answer, we are scientists. Right? जैसे हमारे दिमाग में क्वेश्चन आता है हम इसका आंसर ढूंढने की कोशिश करें, हम साइंटिस्ट हैं, राइट? Piaget told us that we are little scientists. Children are little scientists. ठीक है, क्यों? क्योंकि वो रोज उनके दिमाग में कोई ना कोई क्वेश्चन आ रहा है, and then they are trying to find out. So they are little scientists. Though we all apply the scientific method to some extent, learning science will develop our capabilities for finding solution to bigger problems and solving more mysteries of the universe. And to be able to learn science, the first and foremost thing is to be curious, observe your surroundings, And when we are curious, we start posing questions, asking how and why. Just remember, the world is full of things we do not know, things that are waiting to be explored. बहुत सारी चीजें जिसके बारे में हमें नहीं पता, हमें उनके बारे में अभी जानना है. So how do we find about it? By the help of science. 23rd, scientists across the world work together, often in large teams. So if you cannot find an answer yourself, ask your friend to help you. It is always fun to discover. Do not worry, you are embarking upon a journey of science for the next 5 years or ever. Much like children enjoying the rain, science is all about joyful exploration. Science कुछ भी नहीं explore करते रहो, answers find करो, questions पे questions सोचो and then find the answer. Enjoy your scientific journey, keep exploring and never stop wondering about the amazing mysteries of the universe and asking questions. हमेशा सोचते रहो, mysteries universe में बहुत सारे हिडन क्वेश्चन जो अभी भी छुपे, जिसके आंसर्स हमें नहीं पता, तो उसके बारे में जाने, उसके बारे में सोचते रहे और उसके आंसर्स निकालते रहे. So that's all in the chapter. So in this chapter we have learned about the basic concept of science, कि साइंस क्या है, हम वंडर कैसे करते हैं, हम क्वेश्चंस कैसे फाइंड करते हैं, हम खुद एक साइंटिस्ट हैं. ठीक है. सो that's it for the chapter. Now we are going to meet in the next chapter, chapter number 2. Thank you.